just an observation on the masks. If I haven't said it before, I think I have though. Wearing a face covering encourages you to touch your face more, especially your mouth and your nose. And you're going to come in contact with bodily fluids, and you're going to have it on your hands. Now somebody might say, oh good, I'll just wear gloves. That's great. The gloves keep the virus that come out of your nose or your mouth from getting on your hands, right? But if you've already got the virus, what's the difference? And that doesn't stop your gloved hand from touching all these other surfaces that other people will touch. Case in point, I go to the local grocery store. This place has been around since the 50s. It's a small mom and pop grocery store. They've got a really nice deli, meat department. A lot of elderly people, retired people that live in the community like to go there because it's smaller. They've been going there since they were, in their 20s. And, it's just, the crowds aren't as bad, things like that. You'll see people actually stop in the aisles and talk to each other, right? So I'm going to this place because I just need milk and bread, and I go past the loading dock on the side of the store. I see the stock guy, the guy that puts the cans and everything on the shelves and whatnot, coming out of the loading dock where they load and unload the delivery trucks. He's got his mask down around his neck. Okay, fine, he's going out in the fresh air. And what's the first thing he does once he gets outside? He rubs his nose. Now, he's not wearing gloves, but it doesn't matter. Do you think he's going to go inside and wash his hands? No, he's unloading the truck. And they're a very small store, so it goes from the truck to the back room to the floor pretty quick there. So, was he rubbing his nose because he's been wearing his mask inside and he finally got to take it off going outside and he just wanted to deal with the, whatever. But it just seems like they're still saying social distance, but people are not social distancing, except for the handful of people that are just creeped out whenever anybody gets near them. And this whole washing your hands and using hand sanitizer is readily available everywhere. I don't see people using it very often. Washing your hands, not seeing it. Not that these places really are set up for people to walk into the store and wash their hands without going into the public restroom. And some people won't use a public restroom. They're creeped out by that. Not to mention some of these places don't offer restrooms for the customers. Or they put them all the way in the back or on the other side of the store, whatever, where it's kind of inconvenient. So they're not doing anything to encourage people to clean their hands. I used to see them wipe down the conveyors and keypads at the registers between customers. And they'd actually have a person there keeping you from going to the register, getting in line until the cashier had wiped everything down. They haven't been doing that for months. Used to see them with a spray bottle of something. Could be water for all I know, because they certainly don't smell like bleach. Not that bleach cleans stuff quickly. It has to set on the surface for about 60 minutes to kill all the viruses. They used to spray down the carts in the store and give you a cart when you came in. They don't do that anymore. They just put little signs saying these carts have been sanitized. Really? I don't see anybody up here doing it. And you really don't know the person who just got done stocking the shelves. Did they wash their hands beforehand? If they're wearing gloves, what were they touching with the gloves that now they're touching these cans of food that you're getting? And if you go, well, I'll just go home and wipe everything down. With what? Wipes? They're hardly available anywhere, and where they are available, they're way overpriced. Not to mention, you're getting whatever it is that you're picking up off the shelf in the store, whether you're wearing gloves or barehanded. You're putting that in your bags. Not that you can use reusable bags, right? You still got to use their plastic bags, but you put them in your bags, you put them in your car, you bring them in your house. The virus, any virus that can live on any surface for any amount of time is possibly out there. No different than before COVID-19. So is your mask really doing anything? I say that as I rub my nose. Is your mask really doing anything? And no, I'm not using a bottle of hand sanitizer here in the car. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go rub my nose again. So is your mask really doing anything other than encouraging you to rub your face more? No, it's not. And are you at a lesser risk of getting the virus virus. No, you're not. You're still touching the same door handles. You're still touching the same keypads. You're still grabbing the same things off the shelves. What have you? Wherever you go, publicly. Oh, I'll just get curbside delivery. Great. You pull up to the curb, and once again, all those items came off the shelf. You don't know what the stock boy has done before he put them on the shelf. You don't know what the person bringing it out to the curb has done to it. You don't know if somebody walking to the store took off their mask to sneeze all over it before they brought it out to your car. So does curbside really help you? Oh, you're not around as many people, but you're still getting exposed to the same products that possibly have the virus on the surface. Oh, well, I'll just have it delivered. Great. That person delivering your groceries today delivered groceries to 100 other houses. Okay? They went into the store and they picked the stuff up and brought it to you, or they're those shipped people or some of these other services where they go around and they're doing shopping. I've seen them pulling multiple carts, shopping for multiple people. Your stuff's getting mixed in with other people's stuff. And then, once again, this same person is visiting several people. It's like the mailman. Do you really think your mail is safe? This guy goes from mailbox to mailbox to mailbox to mailbox. Who the heck knows? These are the risks we took before COVID. Nothing has changed except we all look stupid wearing this mask. So it's still out there. And if anything, our feel-good measures have done nothing to make anything better for us. And I just don't understand why people can't see that. I understand if you don't want to get a fine, you don't want to get arrested, you don't want to get the poor store manager arrested. I get that. But even that, how enforceable is that? And we should be counting on our law enforcement to stand down and say, we're too busy dealing with Black Lives Matter to be worried about writing people tickets for not wearing a mask. Not to mention, law enforcement have an exemption in my state. They don't have to wear a mask if they don't want to. Now, they come in contact with more people than me in a normal day. But yet, anybody who's in law enforcement, first responder, that sort of thing, has an exemption if they feel that that mask impedes their ability to do work. So more or less, if it makes you uncomfortable, if it affects your breathing, if it makes it hard for you to communicate with other people, because honestly, just like rubbing your face more, the mask makes you get closer to people because you can't hear them. Their voice is muffled behind that stupid mask. So you actually encourage people to get closer and touch their face more. This is a farce. It just is. And I don't understand how our governor can say, you've got to ask them what medical condition they have. And even then, you should still deny them entry to your store. Excuse me, but that violates HIPAA laws. That's a federal law. That overrides your state law, Madam Governor. So you're willing to violate federal law in order to flex your muscle over the flu. It's the flu, people.
You know, you don't handshake anymore. You do the elbow thing. Fuck you.